Ethiopia stands at a crossroads that could change its destiny forever. A deal is on the table. A deal dressed up as salvation. Accept thousands of Palestinian refugees from Gaza and unlock a flood of foreign aid, global applause, and promises of power on the world stage. But don't be fooled. This isn't charity, it's a trap wrapped in gold. Hidden beneath the surface are risks that could tear Ethiopia apart. Foreign fighters slipping through as refugees, terror cells blending into crowds, cultural clashes igniting old wounds, and a silent agenda to control the Horn of Africa. And while the world's eyes are fixed on Gaza, something bigger is brewing. Do you remember what Donald Trump said about Ethiopia?
They built a dam which stops water from flowing into the Nile, and you can't blame Egypt for being a little bit upset. And they'll end up blowing up the dam, and I said it, and I say it loud and clear. They'll blow up that dam, and they have to do something.
Now, years later, the West is back. Not with threats, but with a deal that smells like betrayal. This is the secret war over the Nile. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam Gird wasn't just a dam. Built by Ethiopian hands, funded by Ethiopian hearts, it was a middle finger to anyone who thought Ethiopia could be kept small. But not everyone clapped. Egypt saw Gird as a threat to its lifeline, the Nile, a river that's been Egypt's backbone for centuries. They called it an existential crisis, and they had friends in high places. Donald Trump, the former US president, who didn't hide his bias. In a public outburst, he declared, "Egypt will blow up that dam." Not a suggestion, a threat. Trump claimed America had funded Ethiopia's growth. A lie. Ethiopia's progress was built on its own sweat, its own sacrifice. The diaspora knows this. You sent remittances, you rallied, you believed in the dream. But while America turned its back, others saw opportunity. France slipped in quietly, offering port access through Djibouti, military deals, and infrastructure support. Why? Strategy. France wanted a foothold in the Red Sea, a way to counter China's growing grip on East Africa. Ethiopia became a chessboard, a silent war of influence with the Nile as the prize. The refugee deal promises and perils. Now it's 2025, and a new chapter is unfolding. Reports are leaking credible ones. Israel's Mossad, backed by US officials, is pushing a bold plan. They want 3 countries to take in displaced Palestinians from Gaza: Libya, Indonesia, and Ethiopia. Channel 12 in Israel broke the story. High-level meetings have already happened. The pitch is slick. Ethiopia accepts thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands of Gazan refugees. In return, a jackpot, millions in foreign aid, debt relief from the IMF, stronger ties with the West, a seat at the global table for a nation stretched thin, recovering from civil war and hungry for investment. It sounds like a lifeline. Gaza isn't just a place, it's a war zone. Its people are caught in a brutal conflict between Israel and Hamas. Relocating them isn't like welcoming Eritrean or Somali refugees who Ethiopia already hosts by the millions. Ethiopia is no stranger to refugees. Over 1 million from Eritrea, Somalia, and Sudan already call Ethiopia home. Their remittances boost Ethiopia's economy. But Gaza's refugees come with baggage, not the people themselves, but the context. Hamas, a militant group labeled as terrorists by the West, is woven into Gaza's fabric. There's no way to screen every refugee, no way to know who's a civilian and who's a fighter in disguise. Foreign NGOs will follow the refugees, they always do. They'll bring money, but also agendas, LGBTQ, that doesn't align with Ethiopia's traditions, religious groups pushing conversions, political operatives dressed as humanitarians. This isn't about helping refugees, it's about control, changing Ethiopia's culture, weakening its sovereignty. making it dependent on foreign powers. If Ethiopia says yes to this deal, the world will applaud. But at what cost? Accepting this deal could feel like selling out. Local communities will push back. Farmers, workers, and youth who already feel ignored will see refugees as competition, not guests. Tensions will boil. Protests could turn to riots. And if a single terror cell slips through, one attack, one explosion, and Ethiopia's fragile stability crumbles. Tourism, already weak, collapses. Ethiopia's dream of becoming East Africa's powerhouse fades. This isn't just about a dam or refugees. It's about who controls Ethiopia's destiny. The Nile, the dam, the refugees. This is bigger than one deal. It's a battle for the soul of a nation. To the Ethiopian diaspora in the UK and beyond, you are Ethiopia's voice. Share this video. Talk about it in your churches, your community centers, your WhatsApp groups. Let the world know Ethiopia won't be a pawn. To those in Ethiopia, your resilience is legendary. Don't let this deal undo that legacy. And to everyone watching, the secret war over the Nile is real. The stakes are higher than ever. Will Ethiopia rise, or will it fall to a deal too good to be true?